good. That was good. I thought a little bit and it worked out for me. So I thought I had thrown that completely. Another Philidor game. Bring the knight down. I'm very passive when playing as black, which is fine because I think a lot of people are over aggressive on white because they're like, I need to make it work. Like, I will take this trade any day of the week. Like, I lose a rook, but I don't, you know, I'm not like super heavy and committed to using my rooks. This doesn't do much for him. He can bring his knight down, whatever. I'm going to threaten his queen. Alright. If he takes, whatever. You know, if he takes, whatever. It's not that big of a deal for me. You know. Can't come here or here. And he goes there, which is fine for me in this situation. So now I take, and I win the knight. See, over aggressive on white. I have to attack here and win now and win now and win now. Look what it got him. A pocket full of sunshine. Alright, because now, what do I do here? I think I just play it safe and take my piece advantage. I can drop down here, but this doubles up pawns. This blocks my bishop for now from getting out, but I have knight c5 threatening the queen, allowing my bishop to get out. You know, maybe I take here. He drops down. It's not super great, but I threaten the queen. This comes over. I win the bishop. He takes here with his queen. I do a queen trade, maybe. Bada bing, bada boom. Probably not that. That looked terrible. You know, if he pushes up two, now my knight comes out. You know. Come here. He slides over. I take. He pushes up. Not super pleasant. Not desirable. But we work through it. You know, maybe I push pawn up here. He comes down. I drop down. You know, he pushes here. Knight comes out. This is still just fine for me. I'm up a whole piece. This bishop is worth as much as I want it to be. I can make it, hey, it's a fun little emote, nice little party hat. You know, I'm up that piece. I can use this bishop to, or my knight to take a pawn and get a pawn advantage later in the game. You know, I can come knight here. Now I'm threatening to win this and the queen. I've got some checks going. If he can push pawn, that's fine. He can take here. I win the queen with tempo with a check. You know, my bishop's out now. This is just overall a good board for me. I can take the pawn here, for example. You know, relieve some pressure. He can't kick my knight out super easily in this situation. I have queen taking right here. You know, he might push pawn. Very unfortunate, but I have a check here with some tempo. You know, might probably not do that. It's probably not a great idea. I can just take the bishop. You know, let him block himself in where he can't do anything, which might be my best option here. If he takes, I take. Actually, yeah, I take here. He's got to take back. It's his best option, I'm pretty sure. Then I take the pawn here. If he takes, I take with the pawn. He might push up. You know, I think this opens up the board a lot for me. It's probably not the best option out of all of the moves, but it's an incredibly safe one. I thought he pushed that pawn for a second, almost shit my pants. You know, let's offer some queen trades. I'm up a whole piece and a pawn now, still.
Gee, that sounds kind of interesting.
Yo, Mirin Chromo Doyo. I apologize if I butchered your name, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the follow. You know, it's just playing smart at this point and not throwing the game. You know, like, I can take here. He's going to take back. And I can get a little cute with it right here. I can throw a check. Let's throw it with this knight. And if he blocks with the bishop to try and save his castle, I pin the bishop in. He castles. I win the bishop and another pawn. Just like this. You know, he might castle queenside. Boom, boom, boom. I double up on the file. Or he does that, loses the ability to castle. I could just take the pawn, to be honest. Take another pawn, but it's not. I'll just put pressure on him. You know, threatening here, slide over. Because, let's say he wants to bring his rook over to attack c7. Well, now I have to check with tempo again. He does that, that's whatever. I will check with tempo. He's going to go there, which is fine. And then I can pull back with another bishop defense, which defends both pawns. He's choking, I take back, he checks, I just bring my bishop back down. You know, this doesn't do anything for him. And now, this file's blocked off, I bring this rook over, he's forced to come this way now. You know, any move he makes is slowly choking him down. I check here. If he wants to block, that's fine. I'll take the trade. He doesn't block. Holy cow. I check here. He can't block. I check here. He cannot block. He loses the rook. He can only go down one square. Do I have a fancy checkmate somewhere? If he drops down, check, he comes here, I don't have mate off of that. So I take the free rook. Whew. He's got one move. He is letting time stall off the clock. Okay, I was about to be very prissy pants about it. So if I take, which is the only right answer here, I can do a check, but then he comes down, I don't have anything forced. So I take, I've got check here, which makes him come here, which means I follow up here, which is mate. So unless he blocks with the rook. Check. Comes up. Check. Boom, boom. Clean. Clean game. Really clean.